Well, since I had my camera going here anyway for for another video that I'm not sure I'll actually post or not, now that I've actually made it, I think I'll sit on it for a couple of days. But since I had the camera going, I figured I may as well make another JM tries video, since I had had well 2/3 of what I was going to do for it. I figured I may as well, just to have it done, because well, that's something I'm trying to be a little better about now, just to help myself get through some things. But anyway, this is sort of one that I've been working on for actually a couple of years, because a couple of years back I wrote a blog post about how, for whatever reason, I was thinking about the time my dad and I were going on this fishing trip, and I wound up with a bottle of blue cream soda from a vending machine that was out on the at a bait shop out on or a bait shop out on the west side of town there. But anyway, here a couple of weeks back, I was in the groceries in the drinks aisle at the grocery store, and well, 4 packs of blue cream soda, and I think this may be the actual brand from when I was a kid too. I mean, it's certainly a little different than it was back then, because this was something from like 30 years ago now, at least, probably more than that. It's a glass bottle, sure, but the label's like a sticker or something now, and I can actually twist this cap off. But I think this may actually be the same brand that it was, in the mid '80s. Um, and the I think the building, that bait shop was, still exists. Not sure if it's still a bait shop and a gas station, or if it's something different now, but I know where that is. And then there's and then here's another one of those things where, swear to God, these people are not sponsoring me or anything, considering how often this particular brand shows up. You'd think they uh, are, but they're really not. Got Frostop red Birch Beer here. This is actually kind of an interesting thing. I did not know this was an actual thing, but it's kind of interesting looking stuff, because I happened to have a glass of it from a different bottle a while ago. I figured, like I was saying at the beginning of this, got the camera going anyway, and I'm going to be making a video, so I might as well get both of these knocked out. And then move on to other stuff, because there's other things that are definitely worth a go. But anyway, we'll be starting with the blue cream soda here. Uh, like I was saying, when I was a kid, this didn't have the twist off top, and I kind of like that it is now, because just give it a twist, and off it comes. I mean, like I was saying, this might be, because boy, I don't know if that's coming through on the screen, but it says since 1930, 1939. So yeah, this is probably around in the mid '80s, and all that cool stuff. Get the glass up here in front of my face, and that certainly looks nice. Yeah, got the decent fizz there. Um, so anyway, give this a. Yep, that's pretty much the uh, way I remembered from when I was a kid. And it's certainly a nice blast of nostalgia. I pretty sure there's other brands in this than just this Frostie one. I know they make other flavors, but this is the one I wanted to do because this particular flavor right here is the one I actually remember from being a kid. So I wanted to get the an actual official YouTube version of this that'll be up for a while instead of the Ustream version, which is probably going to be coming down here in a couple of weeks, just because they auto delete the videos from those of us that don't have their way too expensive pro account. But yeah, I don't. I'm not nearly professional enough or streaming often enough to pay like $100 a month for something like that. So and usually I consider the stuff on my Ustream to be of lesser quality than what I'm putting here. But anyway, for as good as that cream soda is, I'm gonna move on to the Birch Beer here, which like it says on the label there, if I can actually keep it in the shot, it's actually a nice bright red color here. Um, nice hiss. But anyway, you can really smell that. Uh, and that really is a bright red. It's been a while since I did this. I mean, because when you compare it to the cream soda, you can almost kind of see through this, whereas this is a lot darker red, which is actually a pretty good thing, I think. So anyway, yeah, it's well, I mean, I guess it tastes nice and birchy. I actually like the I mean, I guess this is not quite as dark red as it looks on the screen there, but it's still a nice dark, got a decent fizz to it. I would definitely recommend checking this out too. It's it's a reasonably priced thing. It well, again, this is another one that I actually buy at my neighborhood hardware store, which is I suppose kind of a Midwestern thing, but it's definitely worth checking out, I think. So anyway, both of these are um, excuse me there. Keep forgetting that carbonated beverages make you belch like that, but yeah, I'd say both of these are 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10. They're top score stuff. Definitely worth getting a hold of, and I mean this is definitely worth the nostalgia here for me because it brings back a lot of happy memories from being a kid in the early and mid '80s. Um, and this too, it's got. I mean, they. I guess they had like this and sarsaparilla, and they taste. Well, they're both kind of the same, but I'm sure there is some difference, but I can't really tell you what it is. It's a good brand. I'd definitely say pick this up, or pick this up too. Pick them both up. Actually, they're really really good stuff. Especially if you're looking for a kick of nostalgia, because both of these things actually are kind of nostalgic for me, and yeah, they're definitely worth the trouble to go and find. So I'd say check them out, and hopefully I'll have something to put back up or put up again in the near future. So until I come up with something else to do again, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good hour long, everybody.